How you doing, beautiful sensitive souls? I hope you're all well and safe. And I just wanted to share with you that today, after my meditation, I go into, sometimes just automatic writing and automatic, drawing, and I just allow the information to kind of flow through. And I wanted to share something that I actually did draw, and I have studied, ancient Norse mythology, and certain symbols are significant of, they were always used as divination tools, like the runes. They were, definitely symbols that were engraved in stones and, used in ancient Norse mythology. This is dating back almost like the 1st century CE, so much before, recorded time. And Odin was considered to be a god of Norse mythology, and he was akin to Thoth, which was the god in Egyptian mythology and Atlantean. And so that's really what drew me to Norse mythology. It's ancient Germanic, a lot of the German tribes and North European tribes, used divination from the ruins. So it first came to Odin when he hung himself upside down from the, sacred tree. And he was given this as a blessing. He stayed there until he had the understanding or the knowledge of the ruins, and he is the one who kind of gave it to the people. And basically these are symbols that are considered alphabets, but they're represent cosmic energy, and they represent energy that's in the universe, that's floating around. And usually when I use them, or when I kind of tune into the drawing or the just the shape of what is coming forth after a meditation, it really symbolizes, kind of gives me an idea or an introspection as to what the surrounding is like. And the first one, that I had, this particular one, it's called the Ahaz, and it represents the antler. And the antler is represents defense, and defense against negativity or protection. And I don't think it, I mean it in the external sense. I mean, we're all doing the best we can to stay protected and to stay safe and healthy, and keep our family and loved ones that way, and all the governments are doing the same. It's more of a kind of protection in the state of our mind. So that is very important, because it really represents the defenses that we need to keep up in our mind, because everything is the meaning you attribute to the information. So if you're getting an information, say on the news or on the media, it's the meaning you're attributing to it and the state of mind that you put yourself into after receiving the information. So if you feel there's a drop in your vibration, you immediately go into a fear or panic-based thought within yourself, or panic-based state of mind. It's very important to recognize that, to be very conscious of that, and immediately try to shift that. And how do you shift it? So there are various different ways that you can shift it, by music, or, tuning out and tuning into something that gives you more joy. Just finding gratitude and where you are, and the fact that, you're still protected. You're in a place where you're safe at that moment in time, because really it's the now, like I mentioned in the last video. So that protection for your state of mind is very important, because whether you consider it esoterically, as in, you're dropping your energetic fields can bring in negative vibrations or lower vibrations that do not serve you, or you think of it in a more practical term and just understand that your physiology is also affected when you're in a state of anxiety, stress. You're dropping your immune system, and you're going to be more prone to getting external attacks by organisms and viruses. So that is definitely something to, keep in mind. And the next symbol is actually a symbol that represents daylight. So Dach, it's called, and it represents hope. And to me, what I see it as, it's almost like, the vision that I had was of, you know, this dense cloud, and like, you know, a few souls just kind of, you know, looking up beyond that density of the clouds and looking into the sun that's high above it. You know, it's just like when you're taking off in a plane, and it's, you know, it's a gray gloomy day and there are a lot of clouds, but the minute you cross the clouds you see like the bright sun, you know, in the sky. And I'm sure you've experienced that if you've, you know, flown. And it's kind of like that image that I got, is to have the hope that there is that hope and optimism is going to lift us. You know, it's going to lift us into the sky, and it's really going to get us to that place where we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so I just wanted to share that with all of you. I know we're all in the same place, we're all in the same boat, trying to navigate through these really troubled times in the world. And I just want to send out as much light and love as possible. And I would encourage all of you beautiful souls that are also on this path of ascension and understand that this is really just grounding ourselves and knowing that it's going to be all about how much, you know, light you can hold within yourself, because there are many others out there that need to hear and need to be you know, kind of just lifted and you know, made to feel secure in their minds. And so this is a very important time that we do that as a collective. And so with that, I just want to wish you a lot of love and light, and thank you for listening, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you.